It's Renee's 30th birthday today, and I'm doing a surprise for her. I gave her these 30 roses and some lilies mixed in there. Gave her an itinerary to say, hey, go out, I got an appointment for you for a manicure and a pedicure, go take care of yourself, and then afterwards, go have fun shopping. I got it all set up. Renee's mom did this kind of your life poster. Then we got some funny pictures of Renee that people can comment on and make their own captions. This one's funny. One's a poster board of like a 1980 timeline, what happened in 1980. I did this Riesling wine, aged 30 years. I also prepared the ultimate mixtape for her. I picked the best 2 songs from each year since she was born. Her closest friends and family are coming over, so it should be a good time. I'll show you the surprise afterwards once you check out the story about Project Lifesaver. Hello and welcome to Exceptional Family TV. Today, Renee and I are going to do a Skype interview with Chief Saunders, the gentleman who developed the Project Lifesaver program. This program basically uses a radio technology in the form of a watch to track children and adults who have a tendency to wander. Let's start off by talking about the overview of the history of the Project Lifesaver program.
The idea I got for the program came in 1998. During that time, I was a captain with the Chesapeake, Virginia Police Department, and one of my duties was a commander of special operations, which was SWAT, search and rescue, and all those type things. It was pretty quickly noticed that most of our searches were involving Alzheimer's patients. You have to remember at that time, autism was not a very well-known term or condition.
Right.
A lot of our searches were long, they were involved, a lot of manpower, a lot of logistics, and we were not very successful. There's got to be a better way of doing this. The Sheriff's Department took over the search and rescue function. Well, the sheriff, he went to a conference in 1998, and he brought back a brochure about radio tracking. It was like I had one of those things they call an epiphany. We have to go out here and find these people quickly with a couple of people and get them back, and everybody's happy. And I put together a program which would identify these people, sign them into a program, provide them with a transmitter, and gave a procedure that if they called in, the caregiver called in, then we would respond and search for them. April the 9th, 1999 is when we placed the first transmitter on an Alzheimer's patient. About 2.5 months into it, we finally got our first search, our first call. Well, as we turned into the neighborhood and tuned into that frequency, I started picking up a signal, which I was elated. And I actually recovered the gentleman that had wandered in 1.5 minutes with 2 of us.
Wow.
And we found him in a closet in an apartment complex under a stairway with the door locked. So we were pretty elated, considering probably what that would have taken with normal, as I call it, beat the bush tactics. Started training the surrounding cities. Well, that kind of spread to other parts of the state of Virginia, and then next thing I know, I'm getting calls from all over the United States.
So what's the current state of the program?
And now it's grown to 45 states, 3 provinces in Canada, 1 agency in Australia, almost 1,200 agencies. It's growing. Right now, we are extremely busy, and I think that is attributed probably to where I told you we started with just Alzheimer's. Well, shortly into the program, a friend of mine who was a U.S. Marshal's son is autistic. And he kept calling me saying he would like to have this for his son. Well, I had a little trepidation about all that because I knew Alzheimer's patients could move pretty quick, but kids with autism, how quick could they move and how much ground can they cover?
Right.
But I finally relented. The bracelet went on him, and it started from there, and now with these 2 rapidly growing populations, so all this is kind of mushrooming into one big population.
What are some of the deciding factors for parents to decide if this is something that might work for their child?
If you're waiting for the first incident, you're already too late. It only takes one to become a tragedy. If you have any inclination at all, or just suspect or feel in your gut, so to speak, that it would be better to have one of these than not have it than you need it. And that goes for any of the disorders, Alzheimer's, autism, Down syndrome, or any of them, where that particular characteristic may enter into the picture.
Is there a list of criteria then for a child to be enrolled in the program?
If they have any kind of medical condition that would have a characteristic of running off or wandering, then they're a candidate.
How would a parent actually enroll their child?
If you don't know if your agency, your local agency has Project Lifesaver, call us. We can tell you. If they do have Project Lifesaver, then it's just a matter of us telling you who to call, and they will take it from there. If they don't have Project Lifesaver, we will help you to initiate them beginning Project Lifesaver.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to comment below and tell us what you think of this episode. Next week, we're talking with the Jackson, Tennessee Sheriff's Department about this device and how it actually works.
I told you she was coming. She said, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
With you made a noise and I kind of started laughing. Sorry. The Sheriff's Department about. You're laughing at me.
I know that.
Tell us what you think of this episode.
I didn't say anything.
You were laughing under your breath.
Yeah.